One of the many bright spots for the GOP on election night was Madison Cawthorn. Madison is the newly elected congressman from North Carolina's 11th district, Mark Meadows' old seat. He is going to become the youngest member of Congress in American history. Madison joins us now. Congratulations, Madison.
Benny, it's great to be on the show. I'm happy to be here. You know, I feel like the dog who's finally caught the car. Now I'm just saying, what do I do now? And I'm excited to represent the people of Western North Carolina.
What does it feel like to be the congressman-elect, youngest member of Congress in history?
You know what? It's definitely, I feel the weight of responsibility. I realize, you know, if you look back into the Bible, you look at King Solomon when he came to power. You know, he was so holy in the very beginning of his reign. And then towards the end of his life, you know, he was building altars to Baal and had fallen from his position. You know, I feel very similar to that. I feel as if I have the opportunity to make something great, and I just don't want to waste that opportunity.
Right now, you have a lot of young people, probably more than ever, interested in politics. What's your advice to them?
My advice to them is don't sit on the sidelines. Be willing to get involved. After all, our generation is going to have to inherit this country at some point. Let's make it something we're proud to inherit.
Well, when you get here to Washington, D.C., you're probably going to find a tough road ahead. There are some real establishment problems in the swamp. You have a message. You cut an ad that was a message, your message, to the establishment. I'd like to play that right now.
Are you tired of politicians who stand for nothing? You vote for these people to stand up for you. But when was the last time you saw a politician take a stand on anything? Our entrenched political class doesn't stand. They kneel. They kneel to the violent mob. They kneel to socialism. They kneel to globalism. They kneel to those who want to hollow out our middle class, destroy our businesses, open our borders, and close our schools. I am tired of being represented by cowards who kneel. Where is our backbone? In North Carolina, we still have backbone. To be born an American is a gift from God. Living under this flag is a blessing no matter who you are or where you come from. I will never, ever disrespect it. I am proud to be an American, and because I am proud, I stand.
You're a do-nothing member of the permanent political establishment, and you watch that ad, you've got to be quaking in your boots. I don't care what party you're in, and say, what is coming down the road for us? Madison, talk to me.
Western North Carolina is sending a weapon to really pierce this veil of career politicians. And as we said in the video, that entrenched political class. You know, I did say in that video, you know, in North Carolina, we still have backbone. And that's something that I see lacking in the GOP right now. You know, our president is at risk of losing his presidency because there is a entrenched political class trying to steal this election. And I'm saying we need to stand up and call this out for what it is. It is blatant corruption, and we need to make sure that these votes get counted, and they get counted with fairly and in a way that the American people can believe in. Because if the people lose faith in our political systems, then our country's doomed.
That's right. North Carolina is one of the states that hasn't been called yet. What's happening there on the ground?
You know, I will tell you, I just got on the phone with the White House, and on their behalf, I was talking to Speaker Tim Moore of the North Carolina House, a man who's volunteering his time as a legal representative of the party to be able to make sure that the votes are being counted correctly. And I'll tell you, all anecdotal evidence, all empirical evidence, everything I'm seeing is pointing to Donald Trump carrying North Carolina. Now, be it a small margin, it is still going to be a victory for Donald Trump here in North Carolina.
What do you say to the conservatives that are just rightfully indignant about the election fraud going on across the country?
Well, to them, I say thank you for being able to call this out for what it is. I wish more leaders on our side of the aisle were standing up and calling us out, being a fire sword to be able to go and say, you know what, let's get these votes counted. Let's see who the president is. And so to everyone I say who's being indignant, who's calling us out, thank you. I will fight with you, and I'm glad to see you in the trenches with me.
Mm-hmm. What you're joining Congress at a wild time. I don't really envy you, frankly. This is going to be a rough go. It already is a rough go. This has become the most insane election cycle of our lifetime, maybe for the rest of the country's lifetime. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get to Congress?
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start recruiting other members to join me in my fight to get term limits on Congress. You know, Benny, I mean, I think Nancy Pelosi is literally older than, has been in Congress for literally longer than you and I have both been alive. That's just ridiculous. At the end of the day, people who go into Congress, and sure, they might have gone into Congress as a good American. But over time, fighting against the media, fighting against the mob, they've weakened, they've tempered. We don't need people who are tempered. It's not a time for genteel politics. It's a time to fight like hell to save our country.
What's the first thing you're going to say to AOC?
I'm going to say, hey, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for paving the way for young people to get into Congress. I do appreciate it. I'll take your crown now as a young member of Congress. But also, I'm willing to debate you anytime, anywhere.
Oh, my God. The Madison Cawthorn AOC debates. Madison, we need that as a country. If there's one thing that can bring us all together, those are the debates we need. It'll be the new Lincoln Douglas debates.
It'll be the new Lincoln Douglas. And, I'll tell you, her and I think it would be pretty feared by the establishment on both sides. She is trying to lead her party in a direction that I think is completely asinine. I don't agree with at all. But at least she's trying to break up the establishment. And that's what I'm trying to do on the right. But except my ideas actually work.
Well, she's won a lot of Republican votes. So it's actually pretty great for us. AOC is a weapon for us as well. Thank you so much, Madison, for joining us. Be well and get to D.C. quickly. We need more people with backbone in this city.
Benny, it's an honor. Talk to you soon, my friend. Hope to be back on the show soon.
Thank you. Well, that does it for us here at the Benny Report. America is the greatest country on earth. America is worth fighting for, especially now. So keep memeing, keep criticizing, keep thinking, keep fighting. We here at the Benny Report are fighting with you.